Hey, YouTube, Rando here. Well, we're finally gonna finish up on this series of videos. It's the tobacco garden. We started this in, let's see, April 26th of 2012. It's now September 23rd of 2013, and we're just now getting what would be considered a smokable product out of it. I'm not going to smoke it, but I did this for fun just to see if I could do it, and I think I'm going to start doing it every year. We're going to grow some tobacco plants. So, like I said, we started these out, and if you look at the first video, you see how small they are. They're little bitty things about that big. The seeds are about the size of a grain of salt or sand, something like that. Maybe like a piece of sea salt. And they get... Ours probably got 5 foot, 6 foot, somewhere in there. They were taller than me, and they were ground level at the root system. They weren't in a big raised bed or nothing. We started them indoors. We sowed them for, I don't know, about a month, and then transplanted them into larger pots, and then transplanted those into the garden. Let's see, maybe, I had it written down, May 12th. So we had them in the garden by May 12th. They were big enough to go down and get put outside. We had maybe 6 plants in the end that we harvested. Now this tobacco, after we harvested, we cured it for about, I don't know, maybe a week. We color cured it. And then we fermented for... I don't really remember how long we fermented it for, maybe like another week or so, less than a week. And really the fermentation needs to last about 6 months. That's how they do it commercially anyways. So if you can do that, that's better. We just used a heat pad and an igloo to ferment it. You can actually put it in a garbage bag with some distilled water and then put that garbage bag inside of another garbage bag and throw it into a compost heap and bury it, you know, at the center of the compost where it's warmest, and leave it in there for weeks on end and just flip it and work with it like that. I know a guy that does that, and it comes out fine, but this came out fine. It leached out all the nasty toxins, or for the most part it did anyway. So this has been fermented, and now it's been aging in bags. Really, you need to age in glass if you can, like a glass mason jar. Just leave you about that much headspace of air in there and close it up, and it'll age like that better. We got about 5, 6 of these bags out of 6 plants, so maybe 3 pounds of tobacco out of 6 plants, and they take up a little bit of space. They're not real small. And this has been completely rehydrated. It's moist. You can rehydrate tobacco. Tobacco has about 100-year shelf life, so don't let anybody tell you that you can't, that, you know, tobacco's old, you can't use it, whatever. Some of the best tobacco in the world's aged for, you know, 20, 30 years before they smoke it, so you can age tobacco for quite a while. And I wanted to show you a comparison in this to commercially grown tobacco. That's the stuff that's grown commercially for this is actually pipe tobacco, and then this is what I grew. And they're about the same, and you know, the moisture in them. The only difference in the tobaccos really is this. What I grew is a Virginia blend. It's made for cigarettes. This is a Connecticut blend. This is made for pipe tobacco. And I think I'm going to start growing darker tobacco. This is more of a blonde tobacco, and this would be like a brown. So I think we're going to grow this next year. I'm going to order some new seeds and start over. I might do a couple of, I don't know. If you do Virginia tobacco and you do Connecticut tobacco, you have to actually separate them by quite a bit of distance, and I don't think I have that much in my yard to actually separate the batches, so I just hate for all those seeds to go to waste, because man, we got about a gallon size Ziploc bag full of seeds. I actually need to give some away. So that's finally the end of this series. We're going to start another one. It's probably going to be spring before we get it in the ground, because, you know, tobacco has to stay warm. It can't freeze. So I don't know. We may start it indoors a little early and then put it out. So we'll get it in a lot earlier this year. It is Texas, so we don't have to worry so much about the freezing. Thanks for watching, YouTube.